We're now ready to assemble the robot gripper, and as you can see in this presentation file, there are a number of parts that have to come together, including parts that you've modeled and other parts that we'll bring in from Content Center. Let's go over to Inventor and have a look at that model. There are a number of parts, as you can see in the browser, all the way from the claw finger assembly through to the cap screws and the nylock nuts. We've already modeled some of those parts in Inventor, whereas other parts such as the motor I've provided for you. Some parts you may want to model are things such as the claw gear linkage. I've provided it for you, but it's a good challenge to try and model that. Just keep in mind some of the key dimensions, such as that center-to-center distance that I showed you. The claw linkage itself is very similar, keeping in mind those center-to-center distances, and the 12th tooth gear. The bearing flat's a little more straightforward. Again, just keep in mind that the center-to-center distance is 0.5 inches, and there are some little clips on the bottom there that locate that bearing. Returning to the assembly, we can look at some of the parts, such as the finger assembly, and we place that by applying some constraints. As well as the constraints, we have cap screws. We can see those listed in the browser. And on the bottom side, holding that in place, we have nylock nuts. Those are provided for you, whereas the cap screws I would recommend that you take out of Content Center. Now that you have the assembly complete, we're going to look at documenting the assembly.